All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? We're coming back in for another good stream of Lost Relics, and to talk about a lot of interesting items that have hit this past week. 3 nights in a row, 3 legendary items in a row. Let's see if we can make it 4. What do y'all say? All right, all right, all right. Let me know how the stream's turning out, guys. We're gonna wait a couple minutes here. I'll maybe go through one quick run before we get into anything heavy. Let's see if we can keep the luck running. So my first night I got a, what was it? The Ring of Truth, I believe, legendary item, legendary blockchain item. Then the second night I got a Warden Key, and then the third night I got an Ogum Claw. So we've been having a little bit of luck here. And I'm going to be let's keep it going. How much you guys have been paying attention? It's like the talk of the town right now. Well, everything that's going on with GameStop gets going crazy. Hedge funds are panicking. $20 is going to go down in history for the amount of money that we printed. So it's going to have a major... Ooh, Warden Key for 30. Let's see, I could sell you one. Let's get up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is my character all messing up here? Let's get these last days. I can sell you a Warden Key. All right. There's the Warden Key that I got the other day. So it looks like it's probably going to be sold. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for jumping in on the stream. How's your day going, everybody? Who's grinding? Who's at work? Secretly watching on their phone in the background? Who's doing what? Yeah, let's go down this path. On shops for lice. Hey, how's the stream looking? Because I think I might have had some drop frames there for a little bit. We might need to reset the stream to just see if I can get it up going. But it says that I've only dropped not very many frames dropped, so that's cool. I think we'll be good to go. Okay. Well, now that we're getting settled in here, I think the stream's doing all right. How's my audio levels, guys? Can you all hear me pretty good? That's strange. It says that the stream's only been live for a minute. Huh. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and get started. We'll check in on the stream in the next 5-10 minutes. If I need to make some changes, we'll make some changes. But we just wrapped up another week on the stock market. From Tuesday to Friday was just absolutely nuts. I don't know how much you guys are participating in the Wall Street bets on Reddit or on Twitter, and whether or not you're getting in on these positions, but I have a whole bunch to say about it. So much so that I just keep going back and forth, not knowing exactly how to exactly to interpret what I've been seeing. Let's see. So can you guys hear me good? Is the stream doing all right? I think I might be. So I don't know what the heck's going to happen, but I came into the week, we obviously are ending another work week, so I came into the week extremely bullish on everything, on crypto, on everything, completely not under anticipating what was going to happen, right? So Tuesday comes along. I think it's Tuesday. Tuesday comes along, and a big community on Reddit called Wall Street Bets decides to start sharing some of their stock research and organizing as a group to collectively make plays on the stock market, specifically to hurt hedge funds. So how did they figure this out? How did they pull off what they pulled off? Because I'll tell you what, it's a pretty huge moment. First thing that they did is a couple of people on YouTube from the Wall Street Bets community did a good amount of research and were able to determine that a variety of stocks on the market, GameStop being the most prominent, AMC being another one, Nokia, BlackBerry, a majority of these companies are what you could say failing companies in this new COVID economy. Their businesses have been failing for a while now, and it's just a matter of time, really, till they go bankrupt. But Wall Street Bets figured out that a majority of Wall Street hedge funds were actually shorting these stocks. And by shorting, I mean they would purposely borrow the stock and sell it immediately with the hopes of buying it back cheaper later on to repay their debt, to pay it back to whoever they borrowed it from. Going short on the market's a common practice. It happens all the time. But what was happening here with GameStop was egregious. So much so that they figured out, Wall Street Bets figured out that more than 100% of all of the GameStop stock that's in existence was actually being borrowed and sold. So like 130, 140%, which is not possible, mathematically not possible. How do you borrow something more in excess than what actually exists? So they saw that these hedge funds were doing this, regardless of whether they're doing it on purpose or not, or not. They definitely didn't have any concern about the position that they were taking. They obviously believed that the position was going to be extremely profitable and more than likely extremely greedy on their end to be able to try to hide the fact that they were shorting a stock in excess of the stock that's actually on the market. So Wall Street Bets come in and a bunch of retail investors come in and they decide that they're going to buy up all the GameStop stock that they can get their hands on and hold it. In essence, what this does is it forces all of these hedge funds that are shorting Wall Street Bets to cover their positions, to buy back GameStop stock to pay back their debts. The problem is that if everyone's buying up GameStop and they're forced to buy GameStop, then it just compounds on itself and it explodes. That's how come we can have a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000% gain on this stock that should be failing, and have retail investors profit off of it. When it first happened, I didn't really have a problem with it. Like I went ahead and I jumped into Wall Street Bets. I started reading what they were posting, and a majority of the research that I found from the very beginning was correct, was legit. How they were all able to trust each other that the information was correct and that one of them wasn't trying to manipulate the other, that's another question. But the trust existed, and they all went in on it, and it succeeded. And it succeeded so much so that they decided to keep going. They went through this entire list. They prepared an entire list of companies that were being shorted, that they could apply pressure to and be able to make not only a lot of money, but put these hedge funds out of business. It was nuts. That's what started the drama on Tuesday. But in reality, that was only the beginning of the story. Because once Wednesday came around, and a majority of these traders were doing all of their action through Robinhood, through the app, through the trading app. Well, what ended up happening on that following Wednesday morning, or Thursday morning, I think it was that Robinhood decided to freeze all of these investors' accounts to force them to only be able to buy the stock, but not actually to be able to sell the stock and close their positions and actually be able to take their profits. In essence, the software of Robinhood locked them out of their profitable trades. And there's a lot of controversy on why this happened. You know, the easiest way to distill it down would be that Wall Street hedge funds understood how big of a beating they were taking and decided to call timeout on the market and force these retail traders to just hold, to wait, to not be able to act and push forward on what their plans were. Now, Robinhood comes out with a statement and says that the reason for this is because they were forced to cover and have enough capital on their balance sheet to be able to make sure that all of these profitable trades and losing trades were able to actually be paid out to the investors, to make sure that they had enough cash on hand to be able to sell all these transactions and make sure that people were able to receive the funds that they rightfully earned. Well, they froze them so that they could be able to slow down the system and gain enough capital to be able to maintain, you know, what they say is safe market conditions, is what they say. Well, these conditions, not only do they say it's a safe market condition for themselves, it also benefits Robinhood and Citadel, the main parent company that they're selling their order book to. It gives them all the benefit. They win everything in this case. They force retail people to just sit on their hands while they get to make moves in the background and protect themselves from going out of business. Even though what they did was, one, egregious, and two, completely wrong, and Wall Street's bets just destroyed them for it. You know, if I risk my money on the stock market, if I risk my money in the crypto markets, and if someone outplays me or someone does better research than I do, then my bet should lose and that person should win. And I should not be allowed to just call time out because I want to change something with my positions so that I don't lose as bad as I was about to. You see what I'm saying? And that's essentially what happened here. You know, we're going super. I'm trying to distill a lot of extremely complicated information down to a very digestible story that anybody can kind of understand. But that's pretty much the situation that happened on Wednesday and Thursday. Heading into Friday, which was today, we now come to a situation where Wall Street Bets is now allowed again to have Robinhood, Robinhood allows the retail investors to go ahead and make limited purchasing of something like 15 different stocks. Like, Robinhood is deciding on their own what people are allowed to buy and what people are not allowed to buy. And they're saying it's to protect the integrity of the market, which may be true, but if that's the case, then why is the little guy that's right the one that's getting screwed? I don't know. I don't know what to say. All I know is that when I saw it happen and me listening to the news and reading the news, like this is nuts. This is like one of the biggest financial events of the century, I think. At least I think it's going to lead to it, because the way that this whole thing gets played out, like the logical argument is, okay, look, Robinhood and major Wall Street players say that we need to protect the little guy because they don't know what they're doing. And the little guy's yelling back at them, not only do we know what we're doing, we just kicked your ass in doing it. So this is going to turn into a big argument of who knows what is better for any individual person. Wall Street thinks that they know what's better for you and that you don't know what's best for yourself. I understand why they can make that case. I can understand that they want to protect investors because somebody may be trying to manipulate the market and take money from the retail investors. But in the day and age we live in, with our availability to technology and to information, it's made retail investors be able to compete with Wall Street investors and hedge funds and major players. Like, the playing field has become more and more level, even though the system in which it acts is more and more corrupt. And it's leading to chaos in the markets. Crypto, on the other hand, this week was pretty mild, played it pretty mild, and a majority of what happened and a majority of this concern stayed within equity markets. It stayed within the stock market. It didn't spill over to crypto. As a matter of fact, on my last stream, which was about a week ago, I had commented that I had placed one of my biggest bets that I have ever made on Ethereum, with the hopes of Ethereum breaking its all-time high and going into price discovery mode. Going into the weekend, with Saturday being the day, Friday, today, actually played a much bigger role than most people understand. And I think we need to dive a little bit into it, because the way that Wall Street Bets was making their money is that they were doing it through the options market. And an options contract is pretty much, it's a contract between two parties where one party makes a promise to pay a certain price in the future should they decide to do so. So like a routine option contract would be like, let's say I want to buy a piece of property, but I don't have the money for it at the time. I could go to the owner and I can say, look, this property costs $100,000 and I want it, but I can't pay you for a year. So you know what? For 1 year, I'm going to pay you. Let's do an option contract for $5,000. I'm going to pay you $5,000 and I will reserve the right to be the only person to buy this property from you for the next year. And if that next year expires and I decide not to buy the property, then you keep the $5,000 for the option contract, and then you can attempt to sell it to someone else. But for that 1 year, I hold the right to choose whether I want to buy it or not, whether I want to pay you the remaining $95,000. So Wall Street's Bets was taking advantage of the fact that they could buy a whole bunch of stock, an option on a whole bunch of GameStop stock. Okay, they paid small fees for the right to be able to buy GameStop stock at a certain price in a future time. And of course, as the GameStop stock goes up, then their option contract becomes more and more valuable because they agreed to pay a cheaper price than what GameStop is going for. So that's the system that they abused. Well, Friday, today, is the last trading day of the month, and is also the last day in which anybody has to exercise the options for the month of January. Because now January is over. At the beginning of January or in December or in November, you could have made a purchase for the right to buy this GameStop stock at the end on the last trading day of January, which was today. So now all of these players needed to make their final decisions on what they were going to do. Were they going to sell? Were they going to buy? Were they going to keep going long? Were they going to go short? So I was expecting a lot of volatility. Now that volatility, it came, but not to the dramatic size that I was expecting. Because of that, I'm starting to worry now about what's going to happen next week, to the point where I'm even trying to figure out what this means for the crypto markets. It looks like I missed 1, 2, 3 paths in the back. So let's go run back. Let me check in really fast on the chat. Don't forget the warden key. Don't worry, brother. I'm going to post it. Still on this same dungeon run. We've been going real slow because I've been trying to think through what's been going on with Wall Street Bets and trying to explain it while also not getting myself killed on Mount Olcap. Where were we? These option contracts just expired on Friday. We don't know because hedge funds don't have to post their short positions. I think they don't have to post it like once every 2 weeks. Like, it's ridiculous how little transparency there is. So we don't know. Maybe all of these shorts were covered and maybe not. I don't know. We won't know what the answer is, but Monday's activity on the market will let us know exactly what's going on. So if we see, I don't know what to expect. So I'm trying to play it out in my head. Okay, Wall Street Bets is trying to convince a whole bunch of investors to keep buying certain stocks. Okay, these stocks have already gone up a whole bunch. Whether the herd of Wall Street Bets or crypto investors or retail investors or whoever, whether the herd decides to follow them or not, I think that's going to be too difficult to predict. If I had to, I would assume that it's going to continue, that this activity amongst retail buyers is going to continue as a big FU to the man, trying to like put a majority of these hedge funds out of business if they can, and continue to profit and like take a piece of the pie for like the little guy. That's what I'm assume is going to continue to happen. But you also have to think about it on the flip side. If Wall Street Bets decides to continue with this pressure and decides to continue to attack these hedge funds, they're not going to take it quietly. So I'm trying to put myself in like their frame of thought, and what are they thinking? What are they going to do, and why are they going to do it? And the thing that keeps popping up into my mind is that the reason why I think a majority of the traditional investors don't understand what's happening is because they're not going on Reddit, they're not going on Twitter, they're not getting on Telegram, and they're not reading what everybody's saying. They're not understanding what these people are trying to do. And the funny thing is, even though everybody on these different forums don't know each other, they are able to trust each other because of the way that we all are, as I guess our generation is able to communicate. I don't know whether or not that trust is merited, but what I do know is that people are following the advice regardless of whether it's merited or not. So if I'm a major Wall Street investor and I see these kids and I don't understand what they're doing, and I'm not going to take the time to go online and read it and figure it out, then I'm probably going to assume they just have no clue what they're doing. And if they have absolutely no clue on what they're doing, then I shouldn't be afraid to tango with them. I shouldn't be able to fight them. If we're going to the free market together, I should be able to clean up, right? I also think that doesn't seem very realistic because a majority of stocks are at all-time highs right now. So if I'm an investor, I don't believe these kids know what the hell they're doing. I don't think that it's going to last long, but I also don't want to take a bet against them into a market that is already at its one of its all-time highs. This one's a really big maze. So if I'm not going to go long to try to beat these guys, why not try to take my money out of the market, sell all of my positions, in essence, cause a small crash, put the Wall Street Bets people out of business because they have no more money left because they got wrecked in this downturn, and then go back to normal activity. But then I don't like that scenario because then you're hurting yourself to hurt Wall Street Bets. The only way that could be realistic, the only way that can play out is if they actually believe that hurting these investors and wrecking these investors or this mob will actually defeat them so that they're out of the market. But it doesn't make sense. Why would I want to gamble at all-time highs? Why would I want to gamble that stocks are going to keep going up higher when they're already at all-time highs? Instead, I would just say, you know what, Wall Street Bets, you guys do whatever you're going to do. Good luck. I wipe my hands of you. And once you all destroy yourselves, I'll come back in. That seems like something I could understand Wall Street hedge funds discussing. So that makes me afraid of a big sell-off coming for this coming week. And if we have a sell-off on the stock market, depending on how intense of a sell-off we have, there are correlations to the crypto markets. Not overall correlations, but correlations in the short run. So for example, let's say one of these major hedge funds has to cover one of their positions in GameStop because they can't go bankrupt. And let's say one of the few things that they have invested in is crypto, is Bitcoin. Well, you can rationally understand how they may want to sell that Bitcoin to buy the GameStop stock and stop the bleeding. Let's see. Toxicure says that means that the mob is also easily manipulated, and I agree. I do think that the mob is easily manipulated. I do think. Well, is it manipulation if someone says, hey, this is what I think is the best thing to do, and then you trust them. Is that manipulation? Like, because I'm a financial advisor. Like, I have discussions with clients all the time. Like, hey, look, I recommend you do XYZ because it could save you $10, $20, $30,000 on taxes if a certain tax law passes. You know, ultimately, people are relying on some of the things that you say. You know, now, you know, I also come on here and I'm willing to talk about, you know, investing and talk about running a blockchain business so that people can kind of get an understanding of like, what are some of the, how does this work? You know, because unfortunately financial literacy is one of the few topics our education system has just completely overlooked. So I do think this mob can be manipulated. I think a lot of people can be manipulated. I even think traditional Wall Street individuals can be manipulated because they're going to see what's happening with this mob and they're going to freak out because they're just going to react to what the mob's doing. At least some of them are. The smarter money, I think, is going to take advantage because what the mob is pretty much doing is it's turning investing into like the actual traditional way it used to be, where it was like you understood your stocks and you invested in them because you believed in the future those individual companies have. Now with ETFs and with, you know, all these different types of funds, the stock market is so bundled together that Walmart doing something stupid could cause the price of a railroad company to go down when those two companies have absolutely nothing to do with each other, you know? And that the reason for that is because all of these stocks are in these multiple ETFs, a bundle of stocks, right? The way I like to describe it to a lot of the sports card investors that I work with is I say, okay, look, in 2010 or whatever, let's say 2019, the NBA season put out their set of collectible trading cards from that year, the 2019 year. Okay, all of those cards are full of a bunch of different individual players, and you may decide that you want the LeBron card more than you want a Michael Jordan card, or you might decide just whatever you believe. But if people are buying and selling the sets more than they're buying and selling the individual cards, then when anybody buys a set, all the cards go up, regardless if it's a no-name player that nobody enjoys to watch or the all-star GOAT that everybody wants. They all go up in equal value because the entire bundle's being bought. That's the problem that's happening right now. And that same thing can be applied to stocks because stocks are being bought in bundles. So Wall Street Bets is coming in and making individual bets within those bundles, which is causing Wall Street to be like, what the hell? Like, why aren't these people doing it the way that it's supposed to be done, by buying the entire bundle? And the reason why is because people believe that they can make their own financial decisions for themselves. That's what's having this entire thing snowball. And we're slowly turning this into a case for the new Occupy Wall Street movement, and then further for the new case on decentralized finance. Because a lot of the issues that are happening right now in the stock market with these stocks being over leveraged, like more stocks are being borrowed than actually exist in real life. The reason for that is mostly accounting errors, because the way that the system is able to track how much GameStop stock is actually in existence in any place around the world is that they have to reconcile their books every 24 to 48 to 72 hours. So for this little time lag, there are differences between the amount of stock that has actually been borrowed and the amount of stock that has actually been like reconciled and determined to be in any one place at any one time. So like there is going to be some variance because our accounting system isn't as advanced as crypto is. Like the accounting systems that we work off right now are dual entry accounting systems. Like what they do is they record debits and credits, like the money coming in and going out of an account. That's all that they do. And accountants and bookkeepers, what we attempt to do, what CPAs attempt to do, is make sure that the representation of these reconciliations on a financial statement are not materially over or understated, you know, because we understand that it is impossible to audit every single company with every single account it owns with every single penny that the company has earned. So this reconciliation process is like basic accounting 101. The thing that blockchain provides is it evolves our accounting system, the world's accounting system that has been in existence for hundreds of years. I don't know how many years exactly. Going back to the Swedes were the first one to invent the dual entry accounting system. But now with blockchain technology, we now have a triple entry system. I know I'm going way off, guys. I'm an accountant. This is my area of expertise. Hey, what's going on? Very, very good, bad boy. Thanks for jumping in. Morocco, thank you, my friend. Toxic Cure, Esper. Oh, Esper, dude, I just forgot your key. I went to the market and I forgot. I'm an idiot. My bad. I'm going again this time. So all of these things, like with crypto allows for this triple entry accounting system, which is it's going to record the money that goes in, the money that goes out, like whose wallet did it leave, whose wallet did it go into, when did it happen, and then the third pillar of this new accounting system is that it also accounts for everybody else's books all around the world at the exact same time, provable on chain. So in other words, like completely auditable to the penny, to the second of everybody around the world at the exact same time. Like that's never happened in financial history. Right now, the way it works is like you have one company that makes a deal with another company. Company A reports that they paid company B. Company B reports that they received from company A. But nowhere in our system does company A verify that what company B did was correct. They don't. The way we verify it is that we let multiple years go by and then we audit company B and we say, okay, company B, prove to me that what the transactions you made with company A actually existed, you know? And that forces the company to prove what has happened in the past. All of that work to prove what has happened in the past, that's where accounting departments and legal departments and entire functions of business exist to provide this one function. That is not needed with crypto because crypto does it automatically on chain every second of every day. So I guess what I'm saying is that crypto is going to put me out of business as an accountant because in the future, well, no, accountants will always be around. We'll just adapt. It's not going to be like bookkeeping and taxation. It's going to evolve into like technical auditing and making sure that like smart contracts actually accomplish what the code developer intends for it to accomplish. Like that's where the future of auditing is going, but it's ridiculous. So let's see. Morocco says, hey bro, waiting for you to stream. Don't forget to talk about the YouTube, please. Because I need translation, but now I'm watching you. Okay, so yeah, I just recently, so pretty much what I'm doing right now is I'm streaming I'm streaming on Twitch as like the primary thing to do, like when I have the availability. Obviously, we're gonna have a major patch coming up, so I'll probably be streaming a lot more. But what I'm now starting to do is I'm taking these Twitch streams and also posting them on YouTube so that anybody later on in the future can go ahead and view them. So you're going to be able to find them all on YouTube. Go like my handle on Twitch is Strike Team Games. It's the same on YouTube. So you can just Google Strike Team Games Lost Relics and I'll pop up. I might have like 4 or 5, no, maybe more, 6 or 7 past Twitch streams on there. And I'm going to keep posting on there. Right now I'm dealing with tax season and with the new PPP and applications, and everything's nuts right now. So I probably won't have time to do dedicated content to YouTube, but in the future, and maybe with some help from the community, I might be able to clip some things, put up specific little guides that are shorter to answer people's questions. In the meantime, right now I'm just getting ready for the next patch, reviewing what's going on in the engine marketplace, reviewing what's going on in blockchain, in crypto in general. Obviously, we've had major moves. Dogecoin pumping to, 800% over the past, 48 hours. All because, it just spilled over from Wall Street Bets, right? People are now following the herd and are now saying like, wait a minute, okay, I missed GameStop. What can I do next? Oh, I missed Nokia. What can I do next? I missed BlackBerry, or I missed AMC. And then they're like, oh, I can do Dogecoin? Okay, let's go do Doge. And then whatever the next thing's going to be is whatever it's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be Bitcoin because earlier today, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, like the Winklevoss twins, all of these major crypto individuals all posted on their Twitter bios like hashtag Bitcoin, right? So I don't know what this means, but because of conversations that have happened in the past, it may be we might be having Elon Musk and Tesla or SpaceX making purchases into crypto next week. That may be this may be a hint at what they're doing. And I think it would make sense, being that next week will be the start of February and going into a new accounting month for a majority of these businesses. But we're going to have to see. So, okay, in the chat said, I only use YouTube because it provides options for subtitles. But the best place for live broadcasts is Twitch. Yeah, I get you. I feel you. I'm in the exact same place. I'm probably going to be streaming on the weekend. I've noticed that a majority of players are more active during on Saturday and Sundays, like mid-afternoon, which is also the easiest time for me to stream. Like, for example, today I had to do a bunch of work and, get all, now I'm winding down and everything. But during the weekend, I could sleep in, get some rest. I got to do a lot of work tomorrow because we got to we have the deadline for W-2s right now on January 31st. So I got to take care of all my clients on that end. But that's where we're at. Oh, I just caught those guys. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this run. We're gonna go to the Royal Emporium. I'm gonna put that key for sale. I'm gonna take a quick look at the Emporium, and then I'm going to let's check some of the Engine X marketplace, see what's been going on in terms of activity. I've noticed over the past 3 weeks, I would say our weekly engine activity, how much engine has been sold on the Engine X marketplace for Lost Relics. I think we were around 15,000 engine a week. And I think right now we jumped to 25,000 engine, which means we got some new players coming in. Yo, what's going on? Numbers. Nate, right? Is it Nate? I'm not, I saw your stream. I can't remember your name off the top of my head. But thanks for jumping in, my friend. So yeah, Engine X activity for Lost Relics has been picking up. A lot of people on Telegram and Discord for trading has been picking up. We're starting. What's really exciting is that this is all the pre-patch buzz for our game. So if this is the pre-patch buzz, what's going to happen once the patch actually comes out? And I have a feeling this is going to be huge. From the last picture that Cliff posted, which looks like to me to be another marketplace. Who knows what this could be? It could be something as simple as new virtual items coming out and a new marketplace to be able to buy and sell these virtual items. It could be, on the extreme end, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying on the extreme end, it could be Efinity wanting to test pilot their product and using Lost Relics to be the very first pilot program on Efinity. And that's what this marketplace could represent. That's a complete guess. But when you look at other projects like the Six Dragons, and when you notice the changes that they've recently made and their governance token, and logging into the game, looking at the way that their in-game economy works, they've made the same type of substitutions like Cliff has to be able to allow players to work with virtual items that are non-blockchain items because of gas fees. They've decided to do this, but when you read it closely, and then you also go back and look at the most recent Efinity stream that Engine did, The description of what Six Dragons did in game or attempting to do, and the description of what Efinity is supposed to be, they look very similar. To the point when I first saw it, I was like, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, this is Efinity. Like this is what it could be. You know. Now, I've done more thinking about it. You know that it simply just might be developers creating a workaround to be able to keep the game profitable for them and be able to make a living while Efinity is developed. It doesn't mean that Evility is coming out right now. But the Efinity, conference or YouTube video that I recently watched from a couple months ago with Alex, I forget what his last name is. I think it starts with the letter R. I mean, they mentioned potentially launching end of 2020, and now we're in February. We're going to be in February 2021. You know, add to the fact that add to the fact that Ethereum futures contracts for the CMA are about to launch on February 6th. You know, and then Engine getting listed on the from Japanese regulators. Like, let me check the map before I log out real fast. Did I miss something? No, I think we're good. I mean, everything's piling up for February being a huge month, and I'm getting ready for that. Let's see. What do I think about the currency Engine coin? Because I bought an important amount of it. Oh, like, so you invested in it? You're thinking about holding long term. Okay, so I'll tell you what my thoughts are on Engine token and how they've evolved over time. So I'm getting a couple messages here. Let me see real fast. What's popping up? Okay. Oh, sweet. Let me just respond to this real quick, guys. Okay, so let's see. We got a few streamers in here. A few viewers in here. Do me a favor, guys. Post in the Telegram or post in the in-game chat. Just let them know to come on and hang out. Might as well. Let's get a few more people in here so we can answer a few more questions, because once questions start coming through, it builds to like the very next thing and then the next thing and the next thing. But let me tell you what my thoughts on Engine were. I'm going to deposit these. I'm going to go post the warden key, Esper. Esper, post the price in the chat, what you were asking for again, and so I could take a quick peek. And then, so for Engine Coin, my thoughts on Engine Coin have been this. Engine Coin has been the leader in terms of the crypto market cap, in terms of gaming. All right. We got a new subscriber, buddy. Welcome to the strike team. I can't see who it was. Fiend Spleen. Welcome to the strike team, baby. Thanks for the sub. Like I was saying really quick about Engine, I've always believed that Engine, it has the highest gaming market cap in crypto. Second, I believe, is Decentraland with their Mana token, and then I think it's Sand token, then I think it's Sand token, then I think it's Axie, and then Ghost with Avagachi. So like, it's the leader. Okay, I'm always a fan of it being a leader, but the question is, it being the leader, is that deserved? Does it deserve to be the leader? We all buying Vet right now? Vet is the shit. I love Vet. I don't have a position in Vet right now. I got out of it a while ago. Okay, so I needed to post this key. 30K. You want 30K? What did you post in the chat? Let me see real fast. Man, I don't remember what he said. It's selling for 30K. I'll just put 32. I'll just put it in the middle, 32,500. And we'll just leave it there for you. And then let me know if that works. Oh, you know what? I might as well check this out too. So does Engine Coin deserve to be number one? Well, Decentraland. See, the thing with a lot of with Sand Token, with Decentraland, even with Axie, a lot of these tokens, a lot of these markets are deciding to go the route of land sales. And I get why they're doing it. It's an easy comparison to make when you tell someone who does not understand what NFTs are, when you tell them, when you buy this NFT, you're investing in digital land. You're investing in the real estate of this gaming universe. So if you put it in the context of real estate, people naturally understand, like, okay, you want to be in the most populated area, like the most populated area is going to be most in demand, you know, where people like choose to intersect or cross is going to be in demand. So people can easily understand like real estate. They can easily understand like, oh, if I buy land, I can rent it, right? Like if someone comes, like maybe I can rent out this land. It's easy for people to understand how it could be used to make money. When you tell them like, oh, I have a mythical or transcendent bow in Lost Relics, how can someone really understand what that's worth? And the real answer is only by playing the game. So if people are playing the game to understand the value, and then they're buying these items, what they're saying with their vote is that they believe that this gaming platform has more potential than the other ones. Oh, VGBB, I need a mythical stonebreaker, brother. And I think you're one of the ones that can make one, right? Okay, so if everyone, like if you're playing the game and you believe in the amount of fun or the amount of entertainment that the game brings, then you can relate that entertainment to the value of these certain items. I think that is the reason why people, if you notice, there's a lot more discussions on crypto Twitter about mana and about Axie, and it's because people are able to more easily understand what those are without actually investing or participating in them. My argument would be that Engine Coin is going to be the platform where the biggest crypto games are going to eventually either appear on Engine or transfer into Engine. Right now, we see a bunch of games like making transitioning into other blockchains like Mantic, or to be able to provide services to their players. I'm hesitant on doing that. Like if I was a developer, I would hesitate on doing that because of how much money is locked into Ethereum. And if that's okay, you need a gold oak. If I can get you a gold oak, I could probably, I don't think I have one, but I can go ahead and swing one to you if you can hook me up. I'll go ahead and purchase one off the Engine Marketplace. But if that's the case, if Engine's going to be the home of like the most popular games on the blockchain, then that means that Engine token's going to be used to buy these NFTs, right? Which by itself is good, but I don't think it's enough to like propel Engine into like one of the top cryptocurrencies in the market. I don't think it's enough. But I do believe that Efinity and new Engine tokenomics, which has been posted, like if you go to the website, if you haven't gone right now, go to the website. It's a teaser. Go to nft.io, which is the website for Engine's like upcoming announcements for Efinity. And from what the website says and from all the other posts and everything I've been doing research on, Engine's going to try to make a play to have all of these gaming and NFT projects transition over into Engine, regardless of whether or not they have Engine minted into them. Which means you're going to need a new reason to own Engine. Right now, the only reason is to buy the NFTs that you love in your favorite games or your favorite projects. But soon it might be a combination of buying those items with Engine, and then on top of that, staking Engine into Efinity to open up a channel where you can then be not a market maker. You can be a validator of all the transactions on the market. So like if Engine comes out and says, okay, in order to like open your own Efinity channel, you need to stake 10,000 Engine. Well, that's going to pull a bunch of Engine off the market. and that's going to give Engine a new reason for acquisition, for people to acquire it. That's the main reason why I'm bullish on Engine right now. And Lost Relics. Like, I'm a firm believer that Lost Relics is the most fun cryptocurrency game available right now, and I play in a lot of them. I play in Axie, I play in Splinterlands, I play in a lot of these games, but Lost Relics is the first game to meet to meet the standard where I no longer question its survival. Like, the questions right now are no longer about whether people are going to find this game fun. It's just a matter of, what Cliff plans on doing in the future. Because I believe, like, when you have all of these players, brand new players, like, when the new patch came out in August, like, I farmed the shit out of everything. Like, I was playing 24/7, farming. And that's because I was getting legendary items, I was getting epic items left and right, mining and everything. Then all of these blockchain items, like, disappeared because people completely farmed them away. New players came in and I was like, you know what? They're going to be pissed because, like, they're going to say it's either pay to win, or they're going to say, like, why am I playing something where I can't get any items because they're not dropping? Which is a legitimate concern. This game is also in early access, which completely explains it. But some gamers don't want to wait. They want to judge everything as if it's like a final product, which I think is the main reason why, if you really know what you're doing with this game, you can pick up really good items in terms of value and play the market and make some money and actually, like, create your own play to earn, business. What I think is super interesting is that now that Engine's price has gone up to 40 cents, I'm not sure where it's at right now. It might have gone down to like 33 or 35 cents, something like that. But new players that, like, if you were playing the game as a brand new player when that happened, when that spike happened a couple weeks ago, and then you still decided to buy an epic utility item or a rare weapon, then that just justifies a higher price for the more common items, which thus justifies a larger price for the extremely rare items. Get Vet, boys. Let me see what's going on with Vet. I need to check that out right now. Is Vet pumping? Pay attention to the sound effects, guys, if you hear it. Let's go take a quick look at Vet. If you hear me getting attacked, let me know. Vet is down right now. Vet's down right now. Let me show me the 1 year. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time right here. On the 5 year, we're about to go past the 80 on the RSI. Yeah, Vet. I am bullish on Vet, like, in principle, based on what it does. I don't own any Vet right now, so that's another thing I need to let you guys know. But I did own a lot of Vet, and I wish I hadn't have sold. I had to sell out. The trade that I made was worth it. Maybe I should have only sold 50%, but it was worth it. Where were we? So Vet's not mooning yet, but people obviously want Vet to moon. The thing right now that's, like, the thing that you're going to be seeing, like, if I'm right that this Wall Street bets and the Reddit revolution, if this thing continues to go absolutely nuts, then it's going to become more and more common for players and investors to just be like, hey guys, what are you buying? Let me know, and then I'll buy it. Like, without doing due diligence, which I think is scary and which is not the way that I would invest. But, if my brother comes to me and tells me, hey Striker, invest in this item, and I trust my brother, then maybe I would do that. But in terms of investing in my entire portfolio, like, no, I'm going to do my research on my own, make my educated decisions. Like, if someone wants to promote a crypto, go for it, by all means. Just before I'm going to pull the trigger, I want to be able to see the deep research or the discussion that they have, before pulling that trigger. Now, I'm saying that fully knowing, like, I fully believe that this is going to turn into, like, the new Occupy Wall Street, which means that I believe people are going to actually do what they're saying that they're going to do. And thus, if you follow them, I'm sure these things are going to go up in value, but they're too risky for me to be able to get out of. I would much rather place my bets on the items that I believe in, and then if Wall Street Bets or another group decides to pump one of my items, then yeah, I can get out and get a profit. Like, I'll take that route rather than trusting any one individual that I don't even know without research. Or just without it being an educated opinion. That's my thing right now. But it is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So am I the only one that's been getting some good drops lately? Has anybody else noticed like an increase in the drop rates for I guess rare blockchain items and better? Like, I've gotten one really good item a night, and I've been noticing other players are saying the same thing. Also, how much is that gold oak? I think it's, what is it, like 300-400 engine? All right. We got a new follower. Welcome to the strike team. Welcome to the strike team, Block Menace Mafia. How you doing? New to Lost Relics, just jumping in for the first time? Or you've been playing secretly in the background this entire time and... Ooh, how far am I? I still got to charge on my harvester. I'm good. All right, here comes the legendary. Bam! Nope, not it. Oh, I missed one. I missed a pack. Yeah, so... Right now, and the thing I'm going to be researching over the weekend is that like I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with my ETH position because I'm long right now on ETH and I'm afraid of a stock market correction that would spill over into crypto. Not that it's merited, just that I don't want to risk at this point in time. If at a different point in time, maybe it would be different. But at this point in time, I don't want to risk, getting liquidated on ETH. But I also believe ETH is going to pass its all-time high very soon. I just don't know when it's going to happen. So that's the research I need to figure out. Whether or not I'm going to hold this position going into Monday or not. It's tough. It's real tough. D Bridges, what's going on? Love listening to the insight, bro. Awesome stuff. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I had a stressful day at work. It's just tax season. Payroll reports, quarterly reports. Everyone's got to do all that stuff and taking care of all my clients. But it's always stressful this time of the year. More stressful because COVID has changed everything. But yeah, now just unwinding a little bit. I need to get some fireproof potions, man. I don't want to like consistently leave that treasure chest there, but I also don't want to pay 500 gold for each one. I'd rather just like level up my alchemy and get them myself. I have enough to level up, or maybe not that high, but let me see. Alchemy, I need to get to level 25 and I'm at level 15, but like based on what I have, I could probably get to level, I think I might be a little short, 23, level 22. Maybe level 25. Okay, I think that wraps it up for this run. So let's see, VGBB says, yeah, it's 350 endin, 120 USD, makes the myth 300k for break even on gold. How do you value gold? That's the next discussion we need to have. I have my valuations for gold. And the other thing I'm trying to figure out is I think I might want to hold my gold going into this new update just to, who knows, like what if this new vendor allows you to buy a treasure chest once a day like the gargoyle, but you have to pay 1,000 gold and you can open it and get any random item. Like maybe I use it and spam that. I mean, we don't know. Who knows? But we'll see. I definitely need that Myth Stonebreaker. I don't know if I'm going to get it immediately or wait a little bit. I probably want to see what's going to happen to the patch before I commit the gold, just in case. I don't want to be left hold. So the way that I get your number. I understand what you're saying. 50. Why 50K? My guess, and it's probably going to be for the same reason, pendant pass and how much it costs to buy it on the market. And if that's the case, I tend to prefer using the 1-day pass to make that calculation. But the other thing that you might need to take into consideration for gold is not only the pendant pass, but the price between, and I'll show it here, the price between gold and a mythical sword. That's another way, because you're going to notice they don't match up. Like, your valuation is not going to apply, and there's going to be a difference. And I think based on your valuation, are you over or under? Let me see. What are you at? I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I mean, you could legitimately be right. But let's say 1.5 million gold divided by what is, and I'll just pull this up. What is it going for on the engine marketplace right now? So if I do this, let me pull up engine really quick. Engines had a little pullback. Okay, so we come here, highest fees, and I'm just gonna go to the cheapest. Okay, here it is, but I'm just gonna go cheaper than that. I mean, at a minimum, the sword is probably gonna sell for the dividing for the comrade, because if a player had a choice between one mythical item or the other, you know, they'll probably go with the cheapest. So 300. Actually, is that right on what you said? Let me see. You said 350 engine for 120 USD. So this one, let's do the math. 1.5 mil. Let's just round down. I'll say $300. What's that? That's like 5,000 gold. 5,000 gold? What? Let's see. How do we do this? What's the math, guys? Help me out here. Let me read a couple of these. Let's see. Been grinding your ass off. Fiend Squeen works in paywall. You can't wait for the furlough to end. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I know what you mean, brother. It's nuts. Esper, what's going on? Yeah, Esper, I put the key on the marketplace. I think I listed it at 32,500. I put it in between like the all-time high and whatever the like current price was. Oh yeah, so VGBB says he's doing it based on the 30-day pendant, which was my guess. Pudux says, glad to see you're streaming. Got a question. What do you think about holding ETH? You have a lot of coins mooting, but ETH is going to stay in the same range as Bitcoin. What's up, Sam? Welcome to Jump On In. Okay, so Esper is doing the math right now on the sword. He says 600 USD using the 50K. So 600 USD using your 50K gold to equals $20. And that's not the correct, that's not the price for a mythical sword on the market, right? So then that means you're overstating, you're over what the gold value should be, but you're under what the engine value should be. So Esper, what is the correct answer if you average it right in the middle? So if you know what I mean? Like, if you use a 30-day pendant to calculate what gold is, and then you use the what's it called? How do you pronounce it? Well, in this case, I'm using the Edge of Lost Comrades. If you use the Edge of Lost Comrades to calculate what gold is worth in terms of dollar value, then average them together? What's that number? And that's probably what at least what I would assume gold should be worth in the game, but no way. But I have no way to know. We're making this up as we go, literally in this discussion and how people buy and sell on the market. Let's see. Better have warding keys. You need to sell 30-day pendant. Say again the average. Yeah. So okay, let's do this one more time. To get a mythical weapon, it costs $300. How much does $300 buy you in 30-day passes? Tell me what that number is real quick while I go put this stuff away. Okay, so we put that away. Oh, look, I didn't even know that this... Cool. I like it. Check it out. That's cool. Very cool. Nicely done, Cliff. Let me see. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, you're still looking. My bad. You're still looking at this screen. Let me switch it up. I just put on the new hat. Who's this? Who's jumping in? Romeo? No, Romo. What's going on, Romo? So let me come back to some of the questions real quick. Okay, so you say that the average is 15. So you need 15 30-day passes. You could either buy 15 30-day passes, or you can buy one mythical sword. Okay, how much gold can you get for those 15 passes? How much are 30-day pendants selling for? Oh, I forgot a bomb. Damn it. I'll just wing it with my sword. Yeah, that's an interesting. What's the number on what that gold is worth? So you get 300k gold for 15 passes. So see, like, it's cheaper for you to buy engine with dollars and get a mythical item than it is for you to buy a 30-day pass, convert it into gold, and then get the mythical item. So my question is, does that means, well, that's the discrepancy. That's the discrepancy we have right now. And the reason for that discrepancy is the difference between what Cliff priced gold at and what the Engine X marketplace values engine at. So who's to say who's right? My assumption would be to say that the market is right and that Cliff's pricing may be off. But because Cliff knows the economy of the game, Cliff probably knows right now how much gold is in existence. He also knows how much gold is going into gold sinks for the game. He knows how much is being earned every day. So he can calculate what he believes a mythical item should be in gold. And that actually might be more informed than what the market is doing, because the market is doing it. Well, I don't know. How are you guys pricing engine, weapon, the way that, how are you pricing blockchain items? See, we get into this whole loop of what is engine worth? What is gold in the game worth? What are NFTs worth? And the answer is you have to get an idea of all three, and then maybe not average them together, but take all three of them into consideration before you make whatever you believe the price of gold is. So let's say Puduk says, I'm in 31 and the amount of gold is incredible. Yo, you're level 31. The amount of gold is incredible to get to level 40. So level 40 alchemy. Sam says is easily 1 mil gold. So that's, I don't know if I can use that information, Sam. How would it matter, or how much does it matter? See, that's the other calculation you need to make, is what is the gold to XP ratio, right? And I definitely don't know that answer. I used to guess that for every 2 XP I got, I wanted to spend 1 gold. That's what I used to do. Right now, some of the things on the market for XP, I could pay 1 gold for 3 or 4 XP. So maybe my old ratio was wrong. Maybe the new ratio is wrong. I think it all comes back to player adoption and what the active player count is. That's how the thing that I'm most confident in predicting is blockchain item NFT prices. I'm more confident predicting what that's worth than I am to predict what experience is worth or what gold is worth. And the reason for that is because I know what the rarity is and I have a general idea of what the player count is. So let's see. While I mine this rock. So next question. Glad to see that you're streaming. Oh yeah. So the question was about ETH. You see a lot of coins mooning, but ETH is in the range of BTC. I don't see ETH as an altcoin anymore. ETH is now a core a core holding for me, just like Bitcoin is, and I'm gonna trust it as much as I trust Bitcoin. All right, we got another follower. What's going on? Couldn't read the name. Let me see. Orc PSP, what's going on? Welcome to the strike team. Thanks for jumping on in. I know that altcoins, I personally think we're going into a new altcoin season. All right, what's going on, Anna? Welcome to the strike team. Got another follow. Thank you all for jumping in. Oh, this is the one I said I was gonna just YOLO it with the rocks, so whatevs. My biggest bet right now has been on Ethereum, and it's going to stay on Ethereum. And the main reason is because the research that I've been doing from Real Vision and from other sources that I have, DeFi Digital and Mazari and all them, a lot of investors are showing how the network of Engine is growing just as fast as the network of Bitcoin did back in 2017. So if the value of any coin is equal to the growth of the network, then that should mean that Ethereum should follow the same price action that Bitcoin did, but in 2017. And some of the research that I show actually says that Ethereum might go up as fast as Bitcoin did back in 2013, when it was freaking nuts. So I don't know if that research is going to ultimately play out to be correct, but it's convinced me enough to believe that I'd rather hold a position in Ethereum than I would in other altcoins, even though I have a majority of other altcoins. If I had to place a bet right now with everything being up high, my only bet would be Ethereum or NFTs. But mostly Ethereum because I just invested heavily into these NFTs. It's got to average it out, guys. Got to average it out. Can't go all YOLO on one bet. So Sam says that it cost you 1 mil gold because you were impatient. Yeah, that's true. It cost you 1 mil gold. So what do you think it'll cost you right now, with how the market's going, pre-patch? Because you can make oh my bad. So Esper wanted it at 30K. Okay, Esper, I got you. I'll put it at 30. Don't buy another one. I got you. So what were we saying? So if you were patient, Sam, what do you think it would have cost you? 750K? 600K? And also, the other thing I'm hoping for, and I have no clue if it's going to happen or not, but if Cliff lets you rent out the light tower right next to the alchemy station, I'll just go in and quickly farm everything. In, out. Or the same thing next to the engineering station. So that might come in the next patch. Who knows? May not. So VGBB says, if you're engineering the Miststone Breaker, it says that Gold Oak is 300 engine and the ingot is 50 engine. What would you sell it for? Fudge. I think that's literally the hardest. I would easily be able to price blockchain items before I price that. I don't know, man, because gold in the game is changing so much because of the structure of what the game has. I don't know, 1 million gold could be worth nothing, and it could also be worth everything. I don't know. What's going to happen to 1.5 gold when all of those all those mythical swords are taken off the in-game marketplace? I don't know what the answer is. I guess the only way to price it is to have an objective. Why are you accumulating gold? And then based on what you're accumulating or how much you're accumulating, is it more or less worth it for you to accumulate that versus holding on to those blockchain items? Very good, bad boy. If I get a hold, if I send you over those blockchain items, would you make it for me? I don't know what gas fees are right now, so I might not be able to buy right now. But this weekend, I'm sure there'll be a time with gas fees being low, and I would like to get it before the patch. But if it doesn't happen, that's okay too. Let's see. So let's see. Going back to the chat real fast. Sam thinks that if he was patient, it would have been possible. It's impossible to measure the cost. It's really difficult. You're right. Because the amount of time saved was worth it to me. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Like, you're going to apply it to time. So basically all of the calculations that we just did about like how much is a dependent worth versus how much is a blockchain item worth versus how much is gold worth, you could also do all those same calculations, but in time, like Sam says. Because like if your time is worth a certain amount, if you can figure out what your time is worth, then you can figure out what your better investment is. And that's one of the reasons why in the beginning I invested into Producer. Like I was doing what Sam was doing. I think in the beginning, me and Sam were racing a little while before he just like completely crushed it. And got that Emperor title. I only have the Duchess title. I didn't continue to push, but that mostly because I didn't have the time. I would have loved to continue, and I'm hoping there's a way with these new bounties that I might be able to catch up in XP, even though I play a little bit less than most players do. But we'll see. Who knows? But yeah, if you can value your time the way Sam did, and I think that's a really educated and like, I think it's a really smart way to value. Oh shoot, I'm out of stuff and I'm gonna die. Oh no, you don't. That's what happens when you... Okay. Calm down. Everybody just calm down. I'm still alive. I'm not dying on stream. All right, we got a whole bunch of messages here. Let's see. Pudak says that he needs a 2x to build a house. Well, the future fiance is in the chat right now. Ima, say what's up. And I'm doing the same type of calculations, but I'm doing the calculations for an engagement ring and for a house. So I know what you're saying and I know what you feel. That's why I'm also kind of like, I want to take a further bet on Engine. I want to continue to go long on Engine, but I also can't have too much risk. So that's the hard part. Let's see. Sam says, is gold value dependent on blockchain items available for purchase in the market? Is it? Like, the reason why I use that comparison is because it's the easiest way to convert it into dollars, because we can go look on the marketplace, the NGINX marketplace, to see what history says. There's no gold marketplace that we can tell, like, we can look in the Royal Emporium, but it's not going to be a good enough comparison because of virtual items and because of people like trying to transfer gold from one account to their second account, so there's that. Yeah, Sam thinks that it's dangerous to separate gold and blockchain items. I that it's extremely important. I agree, but like, I think I can understand the value of what blockchain items are worth right now, but I can't understand what gold is worth right now. That's the hard part. Oh, you didn't get the Emperor title? I could have swore you got the Emperor title. I think you got the Emperor title, or at least someone, who was it? Somebody told me that you had gotten it. I think you got it, from your Lost Relic store purchases. Like, I think the way it works is it based on how much you spend, you unlock those titles. That's why I have the Duchess title. Because I literally unlocked the Duchess title. I got a few of them. What I got Baron, Baroness, Duchess, Duke, and I think you might have, if I'm right, and if what other people said is correct, then you might have like the King one and the Emperor title. So that's cool. But maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe that's fake news. Yeah, you got it. You got it from buying you got it from buying off of Cliff Shop. Like whenever you bought your Transcendent, whenever you bought your transfer crystals, and I know it was you. I know, maybe it wasn't you. I don't know who I was racing in the beginning, but I was like selling one transfer crystal in the very beginning of the game for like 2K gold each. And I was selling like 300 transfer crystals in that price range. And then someone came in and undercut me. And I think it was Sam. But ever since then, the price has been like 800, 900 gold for a transfer crystal. Those were the good old days, but not anymore. Maybe they'll go up. Who knows? Maybe they'll actually just completely disappear because of Efinity. But when that happened for like Adventure Stones back in the day, Cliff just credited everybody's account to make sure that like nobody got left behind. Nobody got screwed out. Esper says very few players with vastly different gold income habits. Until player base goals, the gold worth is almost strictly independent to your ability to earn it at the moment. Huge undercut. Yeah, it was a huge undercut, but also remember, like, if Sam did undercut, it also worked because the market went with his price range than my original price range. I knew my price range was high, but I was setting it high because I wanted the market to figure it out. And in the meantime, I was gonna, make a little profit off of it. But I'm lagging. The game's lagging. But if Sam did undercut me, it was actually also successful because now he actually has, I don't know what your levels are, Sam. But you're level 40. I think it probably in both alchemy and engineering, right? Like, I'm more than positive you use those funds to fuel that or to boost that, right? Right now I'm at level 18 for alchemy and 21 for engineering. Yeah, it looks like they might be talking about Dogecoin in the chat. So let's see. How's everybody doing? We got all right. We got 23 people jumping on in the stream. Ima didn't post on the stream, so I'm guessing she might not be here at the moment. Okay, so it wasn't Cliff. It wasn't Cliff. It wasn't Sam. When Cliff converted Adventure Stones, so you had 1,000. So you started with 1 mil gold. Oh, that's sick. When Cliff converted, I think I had 200 Adventure Stones, 250. So yeah, I had like 250k gold too. I remember I felt freaking rich, bro. It was awesome. It was awesome. How do you take the hat off if you don't want the hat anymore? Let me grab this one. All right. Oh, you know what? Crypto can be emotionally be very tough. Try to keep your emotions in check. Look for long-term. Okay. Question to everybody that's in the chat right now. So we're on a bull run with Bitcoin, with just crypto in general. Is this your first bull run? Is this your first major bull run? Were you around in the 2017 bull run, or were you around in the 2013 bull run? And if so, can you explain, or can you type out real quickly on chat, what are the methods that you do to keep yourself calm when things explode? Okay, I need to go. Esper, I gotta go post your. I'm gonna go switch it to 30k after this game loads, because right now I'm frozen. Oh man, what happened? Am I still frozen? Okay, let me go put it for 30k. I would be willing. I had someone message me about selling the Myth Stonebreaker for 180k, and I didn't have it at the time. I have it now, obviously, so I might reach back out to them. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Sell it. And what did he want? He wanted 30k. All right, we'll do it. I got you, bro. No, that wasn't you, bro. Was it? Oh, someone sniped it, brother. I'm sorry, man. I think someone sniped it. VGBB just says this is his very first proper bull run. You poured a good amount of whiskey to ride the wave. That's a good one. Oh, good. You got it at 31. Okay, Esper. I'm glad. I was just like, oh no, someone heard on stream and put 31 to snipe it. Cool. So yeah, this is going to be my second bull run. I started in March of 2017 when Bitcoin was around 2,400. And the way I started actually mining, I actually converted my freaking office into a mining farm. At the end, when we had to move out, I started to get embarrassed because clients would come into the office and it would be extremely hot, and I would have the aircon at 50 degrees, but the whole room would be so freaking hot. But you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, so I started with mining. I sold I got into Bitcoin and started mining at 24K. I sold everything we had mined. I was doing it as with a friend. We sold everything at 18K on the way up, and we took that money and invested it back into mining equipment. And then after that, after like crypto winter started, then I sold the mining equipment for even a higher retail price because people were still mining. And then I didn't get back until coronavirus. I had been researching everything, but I've been keeping an eye on the market. But that was my 2017. So this is my second bull run, and it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a really good one. Oh no! Oh, you're fine. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the GameStop. Everyone's talking about GameStop on in the in-game chat. It's absolutely nuts, man. The funny thing is, like, I believe for a while that this is going to work. I don't think this is going away. I think Wall Street Bets is just going to keep doing what they're doing, and it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to cause hedge funds to go out of business. What I'm scared of is that once a hedge fund goes out of business or a clearinghouse goes out of business, like, that's not only going to put them out, their customers are also going to go out, which could lead to like other stocks collapsing that don't have anything to do with GameStop, which just could lead to a big sell-off, which could even crash crypto prices. That's what I'm worried about right now. Raul Paul said that this weekend he was going to put out an emergency research paper on what he believes is happening in the stock markets right now. And it sounds like what he's saying is get ready for a big correction, which will affect crypto too. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to read it. It'll probably come out tomorrow. But even if that's correct, I don't know how much I can actually... I don't know. I want to write it out. I really do, just like I did back in 2017. But since I'm going long, that might be difficult. I got to plug in the headphones. The headphones are running out a little bit of battery, guys. This thing going on here. What the heck? There it is. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, good to go. I'm back. So Black Swan incoming, yeah. If Wall Street Bets is not a Black Swan event, like, I mean, it has all the qualifications for it. The more it goes viral, the worse things are going to get. Then again, over the course of the past year, the worse things got in the U.S. economy and in the world economy, the higher Bitcoin and crypto went. Always Dying says short sellers should know the risk, and it's true. If you're going short, you really need to know the risk because it's extremely dangerous. Yeah, everyone's talking about Dogecoin too. Like, Dogecoin's nuts. Yesterday I was talking with Ema for a while, and I was showing her the prices, and like when Dogecoin hit top 10, I was like, that's it. If it's in the top 10 and I have it, I would sell. I think right now it's like top 12, top 13. Let's actually go take a quick look. Let's see, Doge 12th, 450% increase over the last week, and a $6 billion market cap. It's freaking nuts, man. Freaking nuts. If we come back, I also want to take a quick peek here. How are we doing on the rankings? Let's go marketplace rankings. 300 double week. Our weekly volume doubled. And then what I also like to look for is I'll go to market activity and I'll just switch sold so that I can just see what's actually being sold. So, and like you'll notice here that we have, it's mostly legendary items and epic items. We had one mythical item sell. And now obviously this is because the prices have increased in terms of engine. So it makes it harder for like the everyday player to like purchase one of the major items. But yeah. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see. Super says the Reddit for Dogecoin isn't very active anymore. From sea of comments to 3 to 4. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect for it to rally long. I was actually hoping that Wall Street Bets was gonna like do the big, take the rebellion into crypto. It sounds like they might have some hesitancy or some like unwillingness to participate in crypto, from what I've been seeing. They want to stick. It seems like most of the community or some of the community wants to stick to be completely stock related. But my question is just like, when you see Bitcoin and Ethereum prices go up and they're momentum traders, like they're getting in when everybody else is getting in, then they're going to get into crypto too. You know, and who knows if Elon Musk and SpaceX and Tesla announce next week that they're putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet, you know, it's just going to be nuts. And then I think also on the 6th, like Michael Saylor's MicroStrategies is going to have their conference that I'm registered to attend for corporations to own crypto and what it means for corporations. And what they're really going to talk about is just like, what are like the legal and accounting requirements? Like what are the regulation requirements to be able to like safely custody and safely report their holdings to, you know, regulators and to the IRS. Okay. So I don't know. I'm gonna go back. If that's actually the way to go. Let's see. What are the other questions in the stream? What are you guys thinking of? VGBB says, ever checked out Gala Games? I have not. I have not checked out Gala Games. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, Age of Rust going on Steam is big, but also not as big. It's still got to be a good game, right? It still has to be a good game. And I'm not saying that it's not. I think the fact that it's going to be like a treasure hunt / scavenger hunt for crypto engine and blockchain and Bitcoin, I think that's going to be very exciting. I know that would get my blood pumping to participate in a scavenger hunt to try to find a certain amount of engine coin or Bitcoin. But I kind of can't convince myself to invest into a project until I actually can see the project and like evaluate its potential, at least for the game, like myself. I think the exceptions right now, or like the things that I have on my radar, are Age of Rust and Six Dragons because of that. But we will have to see. I haven't had a chance really to play very much else. I play mostly all of Lost Relics and, you know, 1 day, maybe 2 days of Six Dragons just to see what it was about. And I haven't really played any other engine games, that is. I play Axie and I play Splinter Cells. So that's been pretty much my experience. I mean, I played the games like for the Cyborg competition. So I played Forest Knight. I played Bitcoin Hodler. What else did I play? There was one more I played. What did I play? I don't remember. I don't remember, people. Gala Games. Bullish on Gala Games. Okay. Let's take a quick peek. What blockchain does it run on? You can now spend Gala on Splinterlands. I said Splinter Cells. Splinterlands. Inventory games. Play now. Fantasy RPG. and the Sandbox. So they're both on Sandbox. That looks cool. It reminds me of Sword and Sorcery. I don't know if y'all are playing that one. Let's see. MCS is a new game starting on Sunday, similar to poker. Okay, cool. Cool. Sold an NFT for 1.8 million USD. What NFT sold for 1.8 mil? So D Bridges says he's been looking into it as well. There you go. I should take a peek. I should definitely take a little harder look on it. Okay. Well, yeah, peeps. Oh, a Citadel sold. All right. Welcome to the strike team. How do you say it? Let's see. Glan? I saw Glan. I can't see it because like I need to fix my setup actually a little bit better. Yeah, boy. Oh, what's going on, brother? Thanks for the resub. How you doing, man? You doing good? You tearing it up with the grinding? Having any luck lately? Haven't hit anything yet. I haven't hit a blockchain item tonight. I think I've done like 4 runs. But I have hit 3 legendaries 3 nights in a row, so the luck is on my side. Ooh, I'm gonna take some damage on this one, people. I always like to kill the Sorellas first because of how much damage they do, but their damage output, their DPS is the highest, isn't it? Sam says to look at your other message. Let me see. Did you message me? Oh, my bad. I didn't see it. Okay, think about new titles we got, then go to Nginx and read the description for the ingot. Okay? Let's see what you're talking about. So that's the other thing I've been wanting to do too. Like you're right on it. Like I've been wanting to read all the lore on all the items just in case something comes up in the future and I can be like, wait a minute, like that isn't that in reference to X blockchain item? So that's something that's on my to-do list, but I have not done that at all. Oh, you know what? Let me just pop it in right here. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see it. Description: despite often being confused for gold when first spotted, I don't know how to pronounce it, is one of the most valuable metals in existence. Is denser than gold, yet has only 1/4 of its weight. For this very reason, coridium costs a fortune and is only obtainable by those with very affluent means, such as royalty and nobility. Ooh. King Tra of Mudfinich had his throne replaced by one made entirely out of cordium. This is not a popular move with the subjects of his kingdom, who are already disgruntled with the high taxes at the time. Cliff, if you allow the royalty titles to be able to like own be like royalty of certain places within Lost Relics, and there's a taxing system, like, oh my god, no, that's nuts. That's probably not what he's planning, but if he was, that would be pretty exciting, because that's like literally what I do for a living is taxes. It's nuts. That's funny. Super funny. I told Cliff, I was just like, he's not ready right now, but I told him, I was just like, let me know when the time's ready, because I'm gonna send over all my info to be Lost Relics in-game economist. Help make the game better. But that's probably not for years to come. And if I'm lucky that that's something that Cliff even is thinking about, but we'll see. We will see. It'd be fun as hell though. All right. Here comes the warden key, people. Here it comes. Ready? Oh, nothing. Nothing. No luck for me today. So Cliff launches the patch on February 1st. Like, I want to like take off that. Actually, it would be a good time for me to take off. Oh, my bad. You're still looking at this. Sorry, guys. It'd be a good day to take off time. Let's see. Put the game back up. My bad. Yeah, it's back up. It's back up. I think he's using titles as a way to to split up the loot across players. It's pretty smart. Royalty and Nobility by Sam. Will you do any giveaways? I want to do giveaways, but I've been having problems with my OBS. It won't let me. And also, let me see what the gas fees are okay right now. I'm definitely going to be doing giveaways during the patch, because that's when we're going to have a majority of players coming in, and that's probably where it's going to be better. Like right now, it's more like pre-patch preparations. PPP. Pre-patch preparations. I love it. D Bridges says, that's kind of where my interest really was sparked in the potential. Yep, I see what you're saying. Let's see. Can't see the game. Any idea? Super says, any idea on what may be what the patch may have, what to expect? I think it's safe to say things like you're going to have new mechanics for engineers. I think there's going to be a new mechanics related to tools. I think Cliff is probably going to bring back tools. Maybe he won't make it to where tools break, because players got kind of upset at that, which I don't know why. I mean, I get it. Like, it's for the economy. Like, you have to have a successful economy for everyone to thrive. But whatever. Maybe instead he does something where, like, after a while you have to get it repaired instead of it being destroyed, and then you pay a fee for it being repaired. And if you don't repair it, maybe it like loses 30% damage. You know, in case you don't want to spend the gold, it's still usable, but you know, that's just random thoughts. I do think that this new picture that Cliff teased is going to be some type of blockchain to blockchain marketplace. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense right now with gas fees, but that's what it looks like to me. So I might be completely wrong. I have a feeling he's going to be launching new blockchain items, new titles. Probably, like, he's hinted about this renting idea about like having your own home or renting your own place. So like my first thought was the idea about renting like a place just for producers to be able to like farm, so you don't have to run back and forth. Or maybe like maybe there'll be like a rental house like right next to where the adventures are, so you can just dump your stuff that you receive from the adventure, and then like just run back out and run back into a regular adventure. Yeah, one new map. Let's see, what else? What else? Probably more scavenging blockchain items, or maybe not scavenging. I'm sorry, more what's it called? Yeah, scavenging, like overall, like fishing, woodcutting, scavenging. More blockchain items for the various skills. Server improvements for sure. Maybe ways that players can better interact with each other. Like maybe, I'm not saying multiplayer, but just ways where you can interact with players. What would you say the biggest things to be fixed right now? I mean, I think engineers. I think the economy for engineers needs to be fixed, and I think that's pretty big. Yeah, there's a rare. All right, at least I got one blockchain item. I'm happy with that. I didn't want to go for the entire day. New map focused on fishing. I think there needs to be. I would love there to be like another like difficulty, another Mount Olkep that's the same type of difficulty, but instead of mining, you know, fishing, scavenging, and woodcutting. I would love that. I would farm that all day. New enemies, more than likely. Mixing of enemies. So like enemies that appeared in swamps would now appear in Mount Olkepth or stuff like that. What else? What else are you all thinking of? What are your guesses? New enemies. Esper thinks there's going to be swamps. It will be used for fishing. A dark map. Yeah, like a dark map for a dark map. So you can use torches. New enemies and longer maps. New map focused on fishing. Out of all of the skills right now, what is the least developed skill? Like what? I'm assuming mining is one of the highest XP skills right now if you compare leaderboards. And then I'm assuming scavenging is second. And then maybe woodcutting and then fishing. Would you all agree with that? Time taken 20 minutes. Oh, it was because I was reviewing the marketplace with you guys. That's why. So you think Sam thinks that Cliff is going to use titles to separate out who gets what? What gave you that impression? If you don't mind me asking, Sam. Sam thinks alchemy has a lot to be developed still. For gathering, yeah, fishing is the least popular, Esper thinks. Looks like a frostbite Phantom just sold on the market for 40 engine. There's like literally no, like have any of them? No, they have to have dropped. How did players make those mythical tools if it didn't? Let me just. Okay. Let me see. Now we're back. Aren't you gonna use Immutable X price for reckoning? Aren't they gonna utilize Immutable X for the transactions also? Anybody knows if Mutacles is gonna launch their own token soon? I don't know that. But yes, I did heard that they were moving over to that chain. Okay, negotiation rules, guys. So let's just be open with everybody, and let me just let you know basic negotiation so that people don't get upset or offended when people make counter offers. Generally, start the bid at $1. So general rules of thumb. It doesn't have to be like this. General rules of thumb is that the seller of the item normally is the first person to name the price. So that's normally the way it goes. And why do I say that sellers are the first to go? More lag. I'll wait till we get out of the lag real quick for you guys. Okay, so now the lag's done. Let's see. How level you have in mining and fish? Oh yeah, I can show you my levels. I'm really low. Really low. Where are my levels for you? Let's see. For gathering, fishing's the least popular. Esper had already said that. Frostbite basically sucks. It's just basically a rare bow. Can't wait to drop it for something better. Sam says, I think maybe Sam might have copied and pasted this. So let's see. It says Cliff said, see the new titles, keep an eye out on other changes after the patch. It was a very clear hint. Plus, if some items say only royalty will have it, then there's an emperor title. So what you're telling me, Sam, is to go drop a whole bunch of money and get the emperor title. Hey, you can have your own kingdom and I can have mine too. We'll set up cross-border commerce. But if your guys come over to my side of the fence, no, I'm just joking. Actually, I did want to. Now I do want to go drop because like I don't know how much money you need to drop to be able to get the title. Now I actually want to do it. I see Ema. I can picture Ema in my head rolling her eyes. Well, here he goes again. Let's see. Oh, nice. Thank you. I go. You would go upgrade your fishing and scavenging because, yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about that too. I'm saying the new titles are arbitrary. You can buy titles. Everyone has different ones. Lost Kingdom instead of Lost Relics. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how you unlock the titles. I don't know if you can't buy the title, but my theory, at least what I thought it was that if you spent a certain amount of money on the marketplace, you unlocked a certain title. Just because when I spent money, that's how I unlocked mine. I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's correct. I think it might be, but we'll see. We will see. Kenzie, what's going on? You jumped on in the stream. What's up, my friend? To my understanding, titles unlock depending on how much dollars you spend on the website store. Yeah, that's what my guess was too. Which would make sense then, because that's why you have the different tiers, right? You have the Baron and the Baroness that will probably be unlocked together, Duchess and Duke, and then probably King and Queen, and then probably Emperor. Maybe I'm missing something. But we'll see. Lost Kingdom, aka Downton Abbey. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Royalty and all that stuff. Let's see. I'm excited. I'm just excited because I know. I have a feeling that this update is going to get more hype than when he switched from the Cyber competition. Like there's more and more players coming every day, and like Cliff had mentioned, like there's a player count on the website, and I think that's monthly active players, like how many people are playing actively. But like I remember Cliff had mentioned one time to me, like the active player count, like at any one time, like and like the higher we get, the higher the player count gets, like the more rare every single item gets. Like what I want to know is how much planning Cliff did into taking some of these things into consideration. Things that we might be writing off like, oh, that's cool, that's a nice little thing, might be something that he'd been planning for years because it's going to have a bigger impact later on. But who knows? Where we at? Yeah, what up, Kenzie? What up, homie? How you been, man? Everything been going good? Sam says he's literally scared to know how much he spent. I don't know how much I've spent, but I've spent a little bit. You know, I'm guessing I've bought, I don't know, whatever the largest package of transfer crystals is. I've probably bought that 4 times. You know, 90-day pendants, I probably bought 3, maybe 4, and sold a couple. 30-day pendants, I probably bought 1 or 2. 7-day pendants, 1 or 2. And then the 1-day pendants, I probably bought like 20 1-day pendants. Nah, that's too much. Maybe 10 1-day pendants. Nah, maybe like 20 1-day pendants, because I think 1-day pendants was the thing I spent the most on. Well, the transfer crystals, you know, I sold them for gold and I also used them, so we'll see. Yeah, man, the update is gonna be so hyped. I want to take Monday off. I want to finish all my work over the weekend. What's that? 14.4K. Is that for both the Arca Ring and for the Arca Ring and for the Reckoning? Maybe I didn't read all of that chat, so I'm not sure what the movement is. So Kenzie, what are your predictions for the next patch? I think you're the one of the few that hasn't mentioned their predictions. So they're asking in the in-game chat when they think multiplayer is going to launch. I have no clue, but I would guess that it would be another August, September update. I would assume Cliff does 2 to 3 major updates a year. I mean, maybe not major, but like significant, updates. Maybe one in the early spring, like right now, and then one near the end of the near the beginning of the fall, or the beginning of the winter, the end of the fall, and then his routine holiday patches also. Come on, I gotta hit something, man. I gotta hit something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I be grinding out fishing and everything? Like, my main thing is just like, I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have as much fun running the other dungeons as I do Mount Cup. I do want to level up, but I just feel like I know how much time it's gonna take to level up those skills, and I know I don't have the necessary time. So like, because of that, I'm thinking maybe just go for blockchain items, and then I could use bounties to get extra XP in certain areas that I'm going to be weak in. That's what my general thought process has been. Kenzie thinks there for sure bounties. He thinks 1 or 2 new maps. He thinks that the new market image that he showed is the new Emporium. Maybe you get a new UI overhaul as well. Hopefully a tutorial for new players. Tutorial is going to be huge. Tutorial's huge. So my family, my entire family's in the arts, whether they're actors or dancers or directors or actors, like literally my entire family. I'm the only one that went the sports and business route. So I constantly have been, I've been in the arts community. Like, I've seen a vast majority of different plays. I've seen a majority of different types of art, and one of the few things that has always been brought up has been like that the opening to any movie or a play or a dance piece, that the opening is the thing that needs to hook you. Like, you need to be able to capture the audience's attention. Tutorials in video games it's very hard to do that because you're trying to teach players rather than have them be embraced in the story. But a lot of developers have pulled off very strong openings. So like a tutorial for this game would be extremely important and could give Cliff the opportunity to actually make a real impact and drive player adoption, like from the first very few moments of the game. I would assume it takes a normal player like 3 or 4 dungeon runs before they feel like, and maybe 3 or 4 dungeon runs, and maybe the very first time that they get a blockchain weapon. I think after that happens is when they get hooked. I could be wrong. I'm sure a lot of players might just get hooked right from the very first adventure. But yeah, a really strong tutorial, a really strong opening to the game, I think is extremely important, just because of everything that I've seen growing up. Yes, you can definitely send multiple blockchain items in one transfer through the Engine wallet. Yep, you just hit multi-send. The other thing is, I also know that there's going to be a curveball in this patch that very few people are going to predict, and I don't know whether it's going to be like a hidden Easter egg for Cliff, or it's going to be like completely transparent, but just he hasn't mentioned anything at all. So as that happens, as that comes up, like that's what's going to be triggering my interest. Fishing life soon. The treasure chest is going to be the new mystery upgrade the new mystery nest. Yeah, I remember. I believe you're right. Yeah, the other thing is, like, if he does make an update and then he changes the game later on, then it forces him to go back and make that change for the tutorial, right? If he adds a new feature, or if he just changes the game, he might have to be doing tutorials over and over and over. Like, what happens if he makes a new tutorial right now and then in 4, 5, 6 months he introduces magic? Then he has to go back and tweak the tutorial, which he could do, but also, like, maybe he's gonna want to wait to do the tutorial like for a launch. I think the Lost Relics community, Kenzie, Sam, I think you guys tear it up on helping new players, like really informing them and teaching them, like, hey, this is what you do, this is how it works, this is how the engine token works. Super says, when mystery nest raffles happen, the nest dropped medium stuff. The treasure chest this time is going to be legendary. May drop a legendary wood cutting axe. Fishing life soon. Okay, guys, should I go to other adventures and should I go level up my other stuff, or should I just keep my mining for blockchain items? What do you guys think? I mean, I don't even know, like, I'm so low on these things, like level 10 I can't even use until I get to level 10. I guess I could get them to level 10 and then use the next level tools. And if I do that, what adventure am I running? What do the scavengers run? Swamps? Trails? I'm gonna go do one of those runs. And let's build a new loadout. And let's see. What's the best map for EXP? Is it swamps? Level 3 difficulty? What can I can't get anything out of there, obviously. They're both the same difficulty. Swamps, I think. Swamps. Which one has poison? Swamps? You just dropped a warden key? Nice. Congrats, baby. Way to get that. So either way, I'm going to take a legendary loadout. So let's go create this legendary. Loadout. Bam, bam. Can I take my pet? I think I can. I'm going to need for my tools. I'm going to need, I need you. I'm going to need you. And I'm going to need you. Okay, put these over here. Oh no! Oh, I didn't consume it. I just put it back. Let's see. I got those. Okay, I got my tools. I got that. Okay, which one am I doing? Am I doing trails or am I doing shallow swamps? What do y'all say? Swamps? Swamps has the poison, so I'll go trails because I'm not going to take anti-poisons in there. I mean, I could. I have some, but what's this? Raffle is running? Oh. The raffle is running. Yeah, give me a ticket. Yes, I'm one of those guys that only buys one ticket. Oh man, but the ticket's gonna stay with me in my inventory? Let me go put the raffle ticket back. We got a raffle going. What is that phantom? What it was a phantom something? What does that even do? I think it increases. I forgot. Let's see. What does it do? Creates damaging energy for 8 seconds. That does 400 damage every second. What does it look like? Is it like an energy ball that you like put on the floor and if an enemy steps in it? Or is it like, what's it actually look like? Like, how does it actually deal the damage? Okay, let's go level up. See what the chat has to say in the game. Beep, beep. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know what's going to happen on Monday. But I'm preparing for the worst in terms of the stock market, and then hopefully affecting crypto, not affecting crypto. But I really don't know what I'm going to do. Oh. What? You don't have the required items and weapons to start this adventure. I thought I literally did. Oh, my bad. I didn't change my utility items. Duh. Bum, 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 It's like a zone area around your character. Okay. So it's like Bleeding Sarcoden. Oh, so he actually got it from mining. Nice. Yeah, I need to get a mythical Stonebreaker. But I don't know if I should hold the gold. What do you guys think? Buy it or don't buy it? Let's go to effect items. So I can only take legendary. So give me the band. Give me the egg. And give me the pumpkin. Wait, what am I missing? Oh. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got what we need. We got what we need. 400 damage for 8 seconds. I don't know. Let's see what's going on the marketplace. Doesn't look like anybody's buying or selling Lost Relic items right now on Nginx. What's the item on the Nginx marketplace right now that you all have been keeping your eye on? Excuse me. Okay, let's do some trials. Let's see what this XP is like. Let's see. Guys, do me a favor also. I'm going to try getting a little bit more active on Twitter to be able to share some of this information that I'm kind of sharing with you guys on stream about, valuations and thoughts, just general thoughts on crypto markets. And I'm going to start being a little more active there and start getting a following going. So do me a favor, find me on Twitter. Go ahead and pull up Twitter real quick. My tag is F Munoz, which is MUNOZ, CPA.com. So I'll type it in the chat actually. So there you can find me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I'll definitely be posting a lot more. What I've been trying to do is I've been actually trying to with a lot of the... Hold on real quick. These are new enemies, so I'm not used to these enemies myself, so I just gotta be careful here. Okay, that's it. So I've been talking to a lot of like really prominent investors, like just DMing people on Twitter and getting some responses to the point where I even told a couple of people that have podcasts. I was like, hey, you ever want me to come on to talk about blockchain gaming on your podcast? Let me know. And I've got a couple like messages back about some interest, but it definitely would help out a lot more if in the future, once I start building building up an audience on Twitter, if I'm able to have you guys help me out in terms of getting on one of these podcasts to help promote either Lost Relics or Engine or just general thoughts, maybe crypto taxes too. I have obviously been following a bunch of the biggest CPAs about, you know, how the crypto industry is going to be taxed and what it means for everybody, for developers, for gamers, for everybody. $3,200 damage over 8 seconds. It seems like a little bit amount of damage for the amount of seconds, right? Because like 8 seconds. Let me see what just a legendary axe with energy, how much damage it does up. Let's see. So it's gonna do 3,000. So like with one swing. So with 3 swings, I can do the same amount of damage as that item. But I guess the thing is that item can be doing damage while you're attacking, right? You're stacking damage, upping your DPS. Okay. What's this say? Go for speed runs. Why do you think a majority of players are going for speed runs? Is it everyone's just deciding to like go for XP gain rather than blockchain item gain? Because blockchain items are dropping, is that it? Because even when blockchain items were like still available, I noticed the same thing. People speed running, like putting more importance on XP, game XP, than putting it in finding drops. Which may be correct, it's just not what I originally had been thinking about. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely farm some trials and get some XP going here on some of these low levels. I mean, it would be easier to jump on like the all skills leaderboard since I'm so low on some of these skills. So that would be kind of cool. I'm so used to Oh, a lot of guys. Oh, it's because I'm out. Why am I using my harvester? I should be using my pumpkin to just regain energy. It's because I never take the pumpkin with me on Mount Nultcap. Do you think Cliff gets nervous before his big launches? Or do you think Cliff is just like, dude, I've been working on this thing for so long, I just want to get it out? What do you think? What do you think his perspective is? Let's see, what's the map look like? Oh, did I go down the wrong path? I did go down the wrong path. I'll go check that out real quick. How much is it? What's your normal runtime on trials? Ooh, that was a complete whiff. Yeah, Kenzie thinks he's probably sweating a lot. I believe it. I would be nervous. I mean, I also get it. Like, it's got to be hard running a business where your customers are giving you daily feedback on what you're doing wrong. Because I'm not saying what Cliff is doing is wrong. I'm just saying what gamers think he's doing. They may be like, wait, why do you do this? You should be doing that, or XYZ, or I think the game would be better if you do this. And Cliff is like, I'm the designer. You know? Yeah, and if it's on February 1st when he launches, that's a Monday, so it's perfect. He launches on a Monday and can do the whole work week just fixing bugs. It's perfect. Okay, got that one. Now time to head back. Kenzie, what would you rather have? 250k gold or a mythical Stonebreaker? Pre-patch. You think I mean, yeah, he's working 24/7. I mean, that's one of the beauties about being an artist right now. I mean, I don't want to say beauties, like that's definitely not the right word. But like, I guess that's one of the benefits of being an artist right now is that artists now have the ability or just have the time to be able to focus like on their passion, on their work. Fishing tool not equipped. Where's my fishing tool? I could have swore I brought a fishing tool. You guys saw me bring one, didn't you? Thought I could have swore I did. Maybe I didn't. Interesting. You would rather have the mythical Stonebreaker than the gold. And is that only because we don't really know what the purpose of gold will hold right now? Or like what the main purpose of gold will be? What if gold... Do you think Cliff's new marketplace would... What if the new marketplace is just a nicer, cleaner presentation of the Engine X marketplace? That players can buy and sell through in-games. Like, you could already do that, right? But, like, maybe the presentation. I mean, I'm secretly hoping that he's going to allow players to rent items. No, he can't. He won't do that. He's going to wait for Efinity to do that. That way he doesn't have to double up on work. Yeah, I think gold doesn't hold that much value to me as the blockchain items do, but also we don't know what if gold is going to be used to acquire blockchain items in the future, right? What if your quest, what if a bounty leads you down a road to where at the very end you need to buy something as to be able to turn in with gold and get a mythical item or a legendary item. Hell, maybe even a transcendent item. Renting would be dope. Renting would be awesome. How many of you feel like you're familiar with all of the blockchain items that are in the game? Not like exactly how many there are or how much they're worth. Just more like, oh yeah, this one, like, this item does that and that item does this, you know? Would you feel confident, like, if there was a quiz on like what blockchain item does what? Like, if I told you right now, what does like that epic amulet do? What's it called? The amulet of something. I think it starts with the letter A. Or is everyone just kind of like experiencing whatever blockchain items they have as they get them? You know, they learn as they go. Because if that's the case, renting items could allow the entire player base to play with every single item. You know, players that might never get their hands on Transcendence, like, will have the ability to at least play with it for a little while. And I think I would be willing, assuming the system is safe, I would be willing to rent my Transcendent items to let people use them in game for a couple runs or for a day, or I don't know what it is. You know, whatever the terms would be, I would be willing. I'm way willing to look into that and see what that is. You know. Okay. Get out of here. Okay. Taking a whole bunch of damage. But I don't need much. Damn, this adventure is huge. I know I'm probably like just repeating what you all have known forever. Okay, so we did that. Get you. Yeah. I mean, I would be more than willing to, anytime that I'm like away from the game, just automatically set it up to where if I'm not logged in, rent my items. I don't know if that's even, I don't know how the system will work, but I would totally do it. That would become its own thing. The poison is real, people. The poison is real. All right. Well, we're probably going to be wrapping it up here. I think we're pretty much near to at the end of the adventure. It didn't bring the fishing rod, but that's cool. We'll do it next time. Because I am starving and I need to get something to eat. I have a feeling, last note in terms of crypto markets, I have a feeling something big's going to happen this weekend. I don't know what. I'm hoping it's an ETH breakout, but we'll see. Kenzie, you were completely right on the Swissborg. They're going to keep crushing it and crushing it and crushing it. All right. I think we cleared it all out. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't really enjoy the adventures, to be honest with you. I would rather be running Old Kep if I can. Mount Old Kep. I mean, like I said, I've been getting one legendary item a night, so like, I think that by itself is worth running. 84% of the items discovered. Did I not get? I must have missed a path. But who knows? Giving me Link vibes. Link August vibes. Link's going to be huge too. One Drop Gaming. Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, you can find a lot of the past broadcasts that I've done. You're gonna see them on YouTube too. So if you ever want to catch any of the old ones that I posted, and thank you, my friend, for the follow. Welcome to the strike team. So yeah, you could go through them. You know, we cover. You know, I do my best to try to be open in terms of, like, my job obviously is in financial education, right? Helping people understand what the heck's going on. And I'm more than willing to share some of what I know. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'm sure by discussing it with you guys can set me straight. Like, for example, like the idea that we talked today about how to evaluate what how to determine what the value of gold is in the game. Like gold versus dollars, gold versus time. You know, all of those were like really good. There was a really good discussion. Like, I've been meaning to do that math, and you guys helped me do it live on stream. And now I kind of got an understanding of like, hey, when maybe that's what I did last time, is I accidentally equipped it. Yeah. And with this new patch coming out, we're all going to have different opinions on like, oh, do this or don't do that. Or like, is it worth it to do this? Should I be putting my time in that? Like right now, the other thing is like I have, and I'll show you right now before we sign off. Let me load it up real fast. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, so it's like you guys can see like, oh, it's not gonna, yeah, it'll show me. So like I have plenty of items to be able to craft and level up, but I'm saving them right now because I don't know how much I have to what level I'm going to get, just generally speaking. And then number two, like if these items skyrocket, maybe it's worth it to just, maybe the gold is going to be worth it. Who knows? We'll see. But that's going to be it for me, guys. It's been a hell of a stream. Thank you all for jumping on in. I will catch you guys next time. Jame and Dia, thanks for jumping in at the very end of the stream. I'll go ahead and post it on, I'll post the link on Telegram and on Discord, so anybody that missed it can still catch it. But peace out, guys. Thanks for jumping in.